Yeah, I feel good. And Chico's medical staff been doing a good job, just kind of ramping me up every day. Really, just kind of be prepared for whenever I'm ready to go. Really,
What happened with the foot?
it was just been sore. It probably just like wear and tear, just bump pounding it the whole summer and everything. Just kind of got sore over like the last 2 weeks. But it's been getting better every day, so nothing
Did
really
they like run
serious.
tests on it and all that stuff?
Yeah, it's just like I said, it's just been sore really. So just kind of just monitoring it really.
Okay. Do you feel like you'll play at least a couple of preseason games or at least one? Or?
Hopefully, I think Chico and the medical staff. I'm just following them. They ain't trying to really rush me with anything right now, but I've been feeling good. I've been practicing, doing well. So I think hopefully I'll be able to play in one of the preseason games for sure.
What was it like yesterday for you in open practice? What was it like to be in front of the fans?
Yeah, it was fun. Last year we didn't get to do it because of COVID and everything related, but it was fun just to see all the little kids, how happy they were to see all of us. So it's something that we didn't get to do last year. So I thought it was pretty cool.
Has it been frustrating at all that just to not get the chance to be out there every day when the work you put in over the summer and stuff and expectations high this year?
Yeah, a little bit, because you know what I mean. You want to go out there, you want to compete, you want to go out there, play, compete, and really just hoop. Really, at the end of the day, so it's just kind of hard to kind of watch in some days. But I know it's for the best that Chico and them got me doing the best thing possible instead of pounding, and going into the season that with lofty goals that we have for this team that we have.
Summer league, we saw you. I mean, you were handling a lot. You were running a lot of point. And I know you've done that like pre-NBA
Mm.
in your career. But what do you feel like is a good balance for you in terms of taking initiating responsibilities, being catch and shoot, that kind of stuff once the season starts?
I think it's like really just being versatile, kind of like you said, like I can play on the ball, off the ball, play kind of any other lineup that's really out there. So I feel like my strength is really, like I said, rely on shooting and defense. If I can always hang my hat on that, but I feel like Tibbs is giving not just me but everybody more freedom to make plays out the dribble, play fast, and just kind of go out there and just kind of make plays instead of having to think about something really.
Was there anything you learned from that experience at Vegas?
Yeah, it comes to being more of a leader. Really, I would like the leader on that team. Me and Deuce, older guys, teaching Trevor. We had some younger guys like Eugene and them who came in. They're just being able to kind of be the alpha in that situation and take the lead from that. Really.
Tom told us right from the start of camp that Evan was going to be the starter, or expected to be the starter,
Mm.
at least to start the season. Do you feel like the injury kind of eliminated any chance of you, pushing for a starting spot?
I think it's just it is. I think I knew that coming in because Evan he earned it really his 11th year. I didn't assume that I was going to come in. Like Tip said, you got to come in and earn it, and that's what I kind of expected going into training camp. But then I kind of got hurt, so they kind of derailed that. But I feel like he earned it. He was the guy that I had to come in and be out and had to prove myself. I just didn't get the opportunity to do that. But Evan's been my guy since day one. Since I got here, he's been teaching me stuff since last year. Him and Kemba were kind of like really my vets who really talked to me a lot on the bench before I was playing, while I was playing, and the whole time. So yeah, it would have been a great competition because me and Evan, he's a great competitor. I want to go out there and compete, so I feel like it would have been really good just to battle for that spot. But he's been helping me every day for sure.
You talked a lot in summer about taking that increased role of initiating the offense, everything. But Tom keeps talking about your defense, that
Mhm.
you can be the best perimeter defender on the team and take on the toughest matchups. Is that something you kind of really hang your hat on?
Yeah, I definitely take pride in defense. I feel like that's kind of where you can kind of start the offense for the most part. Honestly, it kind of some people get going when their offense get going, their defense picks up. But I feel like if you can get going with your defense, and the offense can take off even more. Really, that's just how I look at it. But I feel like taking a challenge of guarding whoever is the best player is, it kind of just gets me going. I wake up and we got to play a team like that.
So is there anybody in that last year where you went up against the guy and kind of said, I'm playing against so-and-so and I can do this?
Like what you mean?
Defending, some star player.
Oh, I think maybe like my toughest matchup, like I think was like Chris Middleton. I think the first time I played him, they was like I think the scouting report was like stay down, don't buy any fakes. I've been on like 2 or 3 fakes, and then the second time we played him, I kind of was more disciplined about it. So just playing guys like that, he was kind of one of the harder matchups I had to go against, and then learning from it, and then playing him again kind of really shows like just learning from a guy like that, just like what they like to do, and try to take that away the second time you play him.
Being a starter, not just this season, but moving forward, your future, is that important? Is that something that?
Yeah, I think everybody wants to be a starter. Nobody, you know what I mean? One day everybody wants to be a starter. Nobody wants to come off the bench. But I feel like you got to do what's needed for the team in that season. But I feel like if I come in, do what I'm supposed to do, have a chance to start, that's great. But like I said, I'm a winner. Like take pride in just doing a little thing, try to do whatever I can to help this team win. Because we fell short last year of expectations. This year, I feel like maybe being overlooked, which is fine. It doesn't really matter really. So I feel like just coming in, just doing whatever I can to help this team win games.
There were a lot of trade rumors, obviously, over the summer. How did you handle that? Were you paying attention?
Nah, I really wasn't. I knew like everybody sees like you're gonna see it, but like I just my agent, he was like, "I'll call you if something happens." He never called me, so I was just in the gym working. So you'll see it, but it doesn't really matter till your agent or the president calls you and they're like, "Yeah, so this happened," but nothing happened. So I was just working out every day.
There were reports from various outlets, specifically with the Donovan Mitchell stuff, about how like the Knicks just did not want to include you in that. But when it comes to a player as good as Donovan Mitchell, the Knicks still being like, no, get around Quentin Grimes. I mean, how does that make you feel when you start to hear that kind of stuff?
Yeah, you definitely kind of. I'm big on like loyalty, so I feel like it kind of shows like how invested they were just seeing me just every day, just working and working and working. Even when my name was in the trade rumor last year at the trade deadline, they called me. They're like, Tip loves you, blah blah blah. We love your work ethic. So just having that trust and that belief in you kind of goes a long way with your confidence when you go out there on the court, because you know that they believe in you. They're putting everything into you. They're not worried about maybe just somebody coming in for an instant success. They kind of really put in a lot of belief in you. So I feel like that kind of goes a long way with how I just see things in the future with the Knicks and everybody really.
Do you think you're better? Do you think you're better guarding smaller guards or bigger wings right now?
So whatever really. I like it all. I feel like you kind of depends on the matchup. Like if it's a smaller guard like Trae Young, he's like quick twitch. He's gonna do a lot of moves. You got to be anticipating stuff like that. But versus a guy like Chris Middleton, he wants to get to the spot and pull up on you, and he's not gonna be doing a lot of things. So it's just depends on the matchup really. But I like big games really. That kind of really gets me going. Who doesn't though?
At least with us, it's pretty obvious how much Tibbs appreciates what you do, and obviously wants to find a role for you. Do you get that sense too? How much Tibbs likes you?
A little bit, but Tibbs kind of even kill. He gets on everybody. But I feel like I try to come in with the mindset that he ready to get out of here. But yeah, I feel like Tibbs is kind of like you say. You got to earn his trust. I feel like once you kind of earn his trust and he like believes in you and you believe in the way he's preaching to us every day, and I feel like it kind of goes a long way with him in the long run. So I feel like just me coming in, he's a defensive-minded head coach. I take pride in defense. It would kind of works coming together.
Was there a point when you felt like, I feel like I earned his trust?
It probably was like some point last year. Maybe when like my first start or something like that. That's probably when I kind of like, oh, he really trusts me, because he might have been able to play like somebody else, but he trusted me to go in there. And I think it was RJ who had COVID or something like that. He was like, and I took his spot, so just maybe just something early like that. He trusted me, and I had a good game, so then it goes along even more later down the road.
When you were working out this summer, is there a particular part where you said, I gotta get better at this, or need to get better at this?
It was more just kind of like getting comfortable, like he says, playing more on the ball like how I used to be, just coming in. I feel like when I went down to Memphis with Penny, just getting more comfortable, just getting back to what he saw from me when I was in high school, when I played against him at U of H. So because I knew coming in like in the summer and then coming into this season, I would be kind of more freedom with the ball to make plays for myself and others. So just getting back to like more comfortable what I used to be playing like in high school and college and stuff like that.
That was besides summer and working out here, Penny was the only other thing you did?
Yeah, Penny for about like 2.5 weeks, 2 3 weeks.
That's good.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks.
Yes, sir.